Protecting your authenticity. Marsha Rogowski is a senior software developer and IT adjunct at Southern New Hampshire University. She has been working as a software developer for more than 25 years, the last 8 in the education space. She is currently serving as a Division A director. She is a charter member of her home club, Penman Toastmasters, and she has joined an advanced club, Amoskeag Better Communicators. Masha has held various leadership roles, including area director, club president, VP membership, VP marketing, treasurer, and secretary. Masha's passion is skiing, and in wintertime spends time with her family at Sunday River in Maine, hitting the slopes. Good job. Literally speaking, an imposter is someone who assumes a false identity to deceive. More broadly, it can be applied as a feeling. Do you feel like you are deceiving those around you about your abilities in a role you have taken on? This workshop explores the reality of being an expert and being able to rise up and overcome the feeling of not being ready. Come ready to explore your self-confidence. Remember, Toastmasters is a safe place for all imposters and phonies to learn and practice and gain confidence. Please welcome Marsha Rogowski to the virtual lectern.
Thank you, everybody, for that resounding silent clap. So I took the fall workshop name that we've had in the past very literally. My goal here is to get everybody here really engaged, which is why I have this Jamboard set up. I myself is an imposter, and I'm hoping to lead you through some of these exercises to figure out or feel our way as to why we might feel like this and find out our true selves, that authenticity part. I will paste the link in the chat again, just in case somebody arrived late and they don't see it. And I know some people are getting in there, and somebody's actually already jumped in and started moving those objects, which is exactly what I'm going to want you to do. I have all those little cute farm pictures up the top. My goal for this group is to have you drag one of those pictures of your choice down to one of the 4 pictures. You can put it over it, near it, wherever you want. This is not a test or a quiz. You're not going to be judged on where you put your little icon, because I don't even know who's moved it. But the principle behind this one is think about where you're at, either in Toastmasters, your job, and somebody that you work with that maybe you look up to. My personal example is I felt really confident and good about a aspect of working with this vendor product. And I felt like I knew a boatload of stuff, which is where I would put my icon. I knew a boatload of stuff. I went to the conference and met the people that actually wrote the software. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh, am I a barrel? Maybe I'm only a bucket. So what I'd like you guys to do is to pick a little icon and put it where you feel in some aspect of your life your knowledge is. And like I said, it's situational. I felt like at work, for this one particular thing, I knew a boatload. There's all kinds of other areas where I didn't know. But as soon as I met the people that wrote the software, I felt a little bit more like an imposter. I felt maybe I only actually know a coffee cup worth of stuff. So I see that you guys have been participating. We've got little icons all over the place, which is great. A couple people think that they know that boatload. I'm curious as to in what aspect of their life that is, but I'm not going to ask you to share.
Marsha?
Yes.
I don't understand the pictures and how I don't understand.
Have you got a link to the Jamboard?
Yes.
Okay.
So like there's pigs and corn and what do the pictures represent?
They're just generic, hopefully non-offensive pictures.
Uh-huh.
That you can just pick whichever one you want and drag it, basically to get an idea of density. Where do people feel their knowledge is? That's what this exercise is. How do you feel you have your knowledge, your expertise when you're out there, either at a Toastmaster club maybe you've taken on a leadership position. How do you feel your knowledge is reflective to other people that you work with? Did that help explain where we're going with this?
I think I understand the concept, but I still don't understand. Like, how many pictures are you supposed to move? Just one, or in one bucket? Do you just pick one picture and put it in one bucket, or are you moving lots of pictures in different buckets?
As a person, I want you to move one picture to whichever bucket you feel represents your knowledge. And I have lots of pictures up there because I didn't know how many people are going to join the chat.
Yeah.
I saw that there was over 70 people this morning, and I said, okay, so we divide that by 3, because right. So how many people, if we divide by 3, will show up in my group? So I need to make sure I have, you know,
I got it now.
pictures.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. So
Maybe I am. I don't know.
that's why we're here, to explore that, right? So if everybody's had a chance to move their pictures, we should keep moving on because I have more slides to do. But a few people think they know a lot, and it looks like the majority of people, you know, barrel, they're fairly comfortable with what they know. If at the top, you should see arrows with the 1-6. If you want to move along with me, you can go to page 2, where we've got the same picture, where this is now what you perceive other people you work with to know. So that person maybe that you looked up to. So in my case in Toastmasters, I had a couple role models who kept recommending me to move up in the ranks. They recommended me to be area director, and then they recommended me to be division director. And I'm like, whoa, 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 I don't know as much as you do. So I would drag, you know, maybe a chicken over here, and I'd put it on the boat. These people that were helping me in Toastmasters, I felt like they knew so much more about Toastmasters than I did. And that's basically how I felt about the engineers who built the software that I thought, you know, in my college, I'm an expert at. And then I went and met them and said, oh, yeah, I guess I don't really know as much as I thought I knew, because they started talking to me about all these other things it could do that I hadn't experienced yet. Somebody put the cow on the boat. That's really cute, just the way you actually rotated it. And I don't want to spend too much time here because it's sort of the inverse, I think, of the last slide. So if you guys are all good, we're going to move forward. Now, when I was exploring, this is what I was learning from Google. These teacups, this is how much everybody knows. Everybody knows the same amount of information as everybody else, just maybe in a different discipline. So myself, personal experience working at the university, I've worked a lot with the registrar, and I was thinking, I know a lot. I've learned how, you know, all about courses and sections and students that register into them and what makes the section a section. And I thought, I've got a lot of great university knowledge. I know a lot in the education space. And then I met somebody from the financial aid department. I said, okay, my teacup for registration's full. Now I have an empty one for financial aid. Found a whole bunch of other people that knew more about another topic. So basically, don't feel like an imposter. Everybody knows a lot of stuff, just different stuff. Again, another interactive exercise for you guys. Now, these are things that I want you to mark that you have trouble with. So when you are asked to do something, or you're on a project or you're tasked with a leadership role, what do you have problems with? Do you not want to delegate? Do you want to do it all yourself? Can you not let it go? I have a task I have to do. It's going to take me a full week, but do you work extra hours to get it done? What about being wrong? What if I do the task wrong? What if it's not? What if I haven't done it just the way, just right? Do I have to do it all for myself? Can I bug somebody else? Or do I not want to bug somebody else? Maybe I don't want to ask for help. Or I got this, I'm just going to skip the instructions and just go right for it. Oh, and some of those are being covered up by the words. Let's just send that to back so we can see the pretty pictures on it. So this is I guess the top thing that you think that you struggle with. I know I fit into a lot of different categories, but my top one is delegate. I want to do everything myself. I feel that it's going to get done right if I don't ask somebody else to do it their way, and if I do it my way. Just my personal hang up. Just want to make sure if everybody's had a chance to drag a symbol along. Okay. I think we're all over the board here, which is good. This is what I expect. Everybody's going to have something different that they feel that is holding them back, maybe. So the perfectionist, these are 5 different types of imposter syndromes. The perfectionist, I want to do it myself. It's going to be right only if I do it. The superhuman, I need to do this work. I need to get it done. So I'm going to continue to work and work late. The natural genius, somebody who things have come easy to. And because things come easy, they don't want to do something outside their comfort zone because they think that they might do it wrong. And they're not used to doing things wrong. The soloist, they don't want to ask for help. And then the expert, they want to not appear weak. So they want to do it right and know how to do it before they do it. And so they'll skip instructions because they want to feel that they already know how to do it. I'm trying to think, we're 15 minutes in, right? And I have a total of 5 more minutes. One last slide, I can advance forward. So this is some of the ways to overcome like that perfectionist. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. That also means that you can let other people do things and do them differently than what you've done. The superhuman, self-validate. Don't let work validate your existence and give you just all that you need to build yourself up. Take credit yourself for what you've been able to do so that you can leave work at work. The natural genius, again, accept that knowledge gaps exist. Not everything is going to come easy to you. Allow yourself to make those mistakes as well and learn as you go. The soloist, you need to ask for help. I feel like I explained that one as well. It's the, I can do it myself. I don't know if you've seen little kids, they go through that phase. I can do this myself. Ask for help. Don't feel like it's a bad thing or a bad reflection on you if you don't immediately know the answer. There's a lot to be learned from collaboration. And then the expert. Yeah, how much is enough to know and what to know? Just make sure that you allow yourself to learn what you need to learn when you need to learn it. You don't need to learn it all up front, just in time learning. And then maybe mentor somebody who doesn't know as much as you, give you that different perspective and let you work on that expert area. I know that was pretty quick, but I think it was a 20-minute session, correct? So I'm just going to open up the floor if people have questions. I hope this was useful to you guys. And if you went to the feedback session, feedback is welcome too.
Because the chat isn't open for everyone, unless you want to just send it to Marsha, it would be a good idea to step up to the plate and actually talk on camera.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's what this is all
I
about.
will.
Oh, Cindy, yeah, right. Like you wouldn't step up and talk on the camera.
So I guess this little activity was a little confusing for me. So does the cup represent perfectionist and the bucket represent the human, the superhuman, and the barrel represent natural genius?
I did not really make that correlation. So maybe that's some good feedback I need to work on. Maybe people are going to try to make that correlation and I should maybe do something intentional there. But no, I did not intend for those to correlate to the last piece. It was just more of self-awareness of where you're at currently today.
Because it took a lot of work to figure out if you wanted to put it in the cup, the bucket, the pot, whatever. That's all.
Well, yes, that was, because, it's not clear cut, right?
Neither is
Make you think.
life.
Did I make you think, Cindy?
Yeah. 2 cups of coffee still wasn't enough. Whew, it's Saturday.
You needed the barrel of coffee.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Marcia, I just love this Jamboard thing. Does it come in everything in Zoom? Like, I can think of millions of ways to use it.
It's a separate application through Google.
Okay.
So, and it's free. That's why I'm using it. I discovered it last spring when we were doing TLIs. I think it was TLIs, and I was told to do reflections for one of our bigger district events, and I wasn't quite sure how to do reflection with 100 people. So I spun up a Jamboard, and now I'm using it to do other interactive workshop things in this virtual world, because how else do I get people to write on sticky notes and stick them on the board somewhere, right?
Yeah. So I think my feedback on it is at first, like Cindy, I was like, well, what does this represent? So the difference in the cup, the barrel, and so on to the ship. All you need to say is a line that this just represents a different size or a different some measurement of and these are just instruments of measurement. And then the other thing I didn't understand first is like how to advance the screen to the next page. Just a reminder to how we do that before you got on to the next question, because you're dealing with content and I'm still saying, oh, I can't listen to the content because I'm trying to figure out how to get to the next page.
Okay. I know I did it once. I should do it more.
Well, I probably missed it the first time because I was still stuck there trying to figure out how to get to the next page till I get to the 3rd page. I finally figured it out.
All right. Shall I stop recording?
Sure.